Before we start, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're recording on. For me, that is the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation.
And for me, it's the Wurundjeri peoples.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Two Gals, One Pod, where we talk all of the dross, rain, hail or shine even.
That's right, we do indeed. Thank you for coming back. I sound like Shit Dick from Triple M.
Who's Shit Dick?
This is Bazzer and Shit Dick giving out icy cold cans of Coke for Triple M. Yeah.
Is his name Shit Dick?
No, they're always named something like Bazzer and Bullhead.
Bazzer and Shit Dick. I'm screaming.
We would make really good Triple M kind of, yeah, did you see the footy on the weekend? Shit Dick, wasn't it a slapstick?
Oh, God, it's so good.
I think I've got a new character.
Oh, Shit Dick. That's your new character.
You can be Bazzer and I'll be Shit Dick.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
And look at the head I do. It's Shit Dick and Bazzer on the weekends coming at you.
But without the all right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're giving out icy cold cans of Coke at Bankstown Stadium tonight.
I'm obsessed with Shit Dick. I would invite Shit Dick to all my parties. I would let him feature on this podcast once, only once, because I feel like he'd take advantage.
You can get a nice can of Coca-Cola if you're driving your ute with Shit Dick and Baz sticker on the back. We've spotted out while we're driving in our Hot Wheel cars. You're gonna get a Chico roll.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Stop.
I know. I can't.
Can anyone tell that I've been stuck in the country for 4 days on my own?
I can now. I like you better this way.
Yeah. I think I need to be away from people for a while to get absolutely lonely as hell, and then when I get a little taste of human life near me and socialization, I'm like, woohoo, I'm all back, baby.
You're like starving for it. You're hungry for it.
Yeah, I am.
Aren't you?
But it's all good. Hi, how are you? Good today. Good to see you. You're in the studio in Sydney today.
Yes, I'm in the studio. I surprise attacked the crew. Well, not really. Rach knew, but I surprise attacked my co-host for another little something I do. And it was so fun.
Oh, did he love it?
He was so like weird about it. He was so excited, but he was also really like awkward. He was like,
yeah, because he hadn't showered.
Yeah. He was like, I would have worn me good jocks. And I was like, don't worry, dolls. I didn't wear my good jocks and I knew I was coming to surprise you. Yeah. But it was good. And it's so good to be back here. I feel like I'm way more excitable and more myself when I'm in studio, particularly here because this is where I originated, you know. Brisbane doesn't feel like home yet, whereas the Sydney studio does. So it's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen.
If you move to Melbourne, we'll go into studio together.
And it'll be a whole new experience.
We'll make that bitch our own.
We will. And we have quite interesting little episode discussion this week. Obviously last week or the week before, can't remember. I don't remember time. Time is irrelevant to me. But we did talk about obviously the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, and we got a really, I think, great DM from a listener who asked us about, because at the end of that episode we also spoke about Kimmy K and Pete Davidson and the relationship, and how I personally didn't get, everybody's like, why would she pick him? I was like, why would he pick her? Because I think he seems great. Look, we don't know, do we? We only know what we see. But we got a really good DM from a listener / follower about the Kimmy K chat we had the other week. Angie and Yvie, I feel like so many of my beliefs align with yours. You are brilliant advocates. Yes, ladies. Can I draw attention to something I felt a little uneasy with regarding your latest episode? I don't even know how to put words around it. I feel like you had a real go, and she did that in quotations, at Kim Kardashian for not being worthy of the MM dress.
Marilyn Monroe.
I know both you girls are such staunch supporters of women, and your exploration of Amber vs. Johnny defamation case was so thoughtful. It's not about what you both think specifically, but in the broader cultural conversation. Why are we choosing to defend some women but not the likes of Kim Kardashian? I actually like watching Kim K and think she is important culturally and would love to explore that in more detail, in a balanced way. Please don't think I'm critical. Love you gals. I know the comments about weight weren't great in relation to that dress, but KK is doing some great things for the disadvantaged. Why do we love to hate her?
What a great DM.
A great DM. We did not take any critical feelings or offense from that.
No defense, no offense.
We love a debate.
Yeah.
A sturdy, hearty conversation. And she opened one up for us, and it led us to want to talk about what we think feminism is. And let you take this one, girlfriend. Go to town.
Well, I'd like to thank that woman for sending that through that DM. It was really respectful as well. And that's the kind of DMs that we will respond to absolutely any time at all, when it's respectful, it's not offensive. Like, because so many people get really antsy on social media, and you don't have to. Just have a chat with us. We don't mind if you disagree with us.
I love it. I plan my whole year around it.
Anyway, so firstly, thank you for sending that through in such a respectful way. And I think it's a really great chance for us to talk about feminism. And, I get this a lot, Ange. I'm sure you do as well. I know you do as well, because we've talked about this, and I know that other feminists get this particular question. This woman didn't put it in this kind of offensive way, but you get a lot when you criticise some women. You'll get someone always say to you, "Oh, thought you were a feminist." And it seems to be a real go-to default accusation and got you kind of moment for people to say you should be supporting this woman simply because she's a woman. And firstly, I'd just like to say what feminism is. A lot of people, I remember having a conversation with a man and a woman, actually. We were at the pub and I asked them if they were feminists. And he said, "Oh, no, not really." And then he said, feminism to me means, and I was like, wait, look, let's just, this whole feminism means to me is great if it means something to you personally, but don't rewrite what feminism is. Like, let's first start with what feminism is. In the dictionary, feminism is described as the advocacy of women's rights on the ground of the equality of the sexes, okay? That's the dictionary. Really simple. Now, the actual if you go a little bit deeper into that, into more of a descriptive meaning, feminism is a range of socio-political movements and ideologies that aim to define and establish the political, economic, personal and social equality of the sexes. Feminism incorporates the position that societies prioritise the male point of view and that women are treated unjustly within those societies. Okay, so that's what feminism is. Now, the one thing that I always take exception to is when someone says you're not a feminist because you don't support that particular woman. And ironically, it's feminism that gives me the opportunity to dislike that particular woman, because I can, in the realm of feminism in a Western culture, I can be allowed to dislike a certain woman whether she has a gender or not. Like, I can dislike someone. Do I want them to not exist? No. That would be more misogyny. That would be more living in a patriarch. That would be more looking at something through a lens of power. With Kimmy K, I've never been a fan, and I do know a lot about her because I find her fascinating. The fact that she exists and I exist and we are both women doesn't make either of us not feminists. What makes us not feminists would be me. Well, actually, if I just supported her because she was a woman, that would be so not feminist. You know, if I didn't have the opportunity to dislike her the way I would dislike anyone of any gender, that would be not a great feminist. If you dislike someone on their values, that's okay. That's actually got nothing to do with feminism. If I disliked someone because of their anti-feminist values, then that would be feminist. You know, that would be bringing feminism into the conversation. How do you feel about that? Like about disliking someone? Do you get that as well?
I feel like I get why people would think that, because I think the media and society have made feminism to be such a thing that it's not. Feminism is, like you said, it's just that we want equality. That's pretty much it. It doesn't mean that we're going to stand behind any woman that does something and be like, yes, go off, queen. You're a human. There's all types of humans, and there's bad and there's good and there's everything in between.
And we were making that point last episode, weren't we, about the Amber Heard stuff with the Johnny Depp, how people are blindly following him because he's hot and he's famous.
Yeah.
And they don't particularly like her. And you don't have to like her. But funnily enough, just like Trevor Noah said about Kim Kardashian, you don't have to like Kim Kardashian to understand that she's going through a coercive, control, abusive relationship with her ex-husband. They are not mutually exclusive. Just because she covets attention and she loves to be watched, that doesn't mean that she deserves all the things that are happening to her. So just like Amber Heard, we may not like her. You may not like her as a person. Whether she was abused by her ex-husband or not has nothing to do with how we feel as a society about her as a person. The point we were making last week was how much vitriol she has gotten towards her because people simply don't like her. She's an exceptional, not exceptional, sorry, she's an actress, but he's an exceptional actor. He's been around for 30 years. Why is she acting and he's not acting? So, that's the point we were making last week. As far as the Kim Kardashian with the Marilyn Monroe dress, I was looking at that through a lens of capitalism and historians, being so incredibly upset about this precious, precious piece of history being basically sold to someone that was told no 5 times by the owner of that dress. And that eventually she must have given so much money to be able to wear this dress. And she, trod on the bottom of it and she couldn't fit into it. And then she talked about the weight loss. And, there's so much about Kim Kardashian that I personally don't like because it doesn't align with my values. Firstly, I will say about Kim, incredible businesswoman, incredible. And this is why I love feminism because, we're watching an entire family of women become these boss bitches. And it's brilliant to see. I absolutely love it. But it is no different to me than any businessman who steps on small people and makes them work for free and exposes themselves in a way that really makes them so much money off people's vulnerabilities. And that's the problem I have with Kim, is that she's done so many things to her surgically to enhance her look, to look so incredibly different. She's so impressionable on young women and young eyes, young boys, young humans, old humans, that it's almost like, I was looking at some stats this morning and there's an overwhelming number of people, of young girls, like 7 years of age, saying that they don't like their bodies because they don't have a big booty or they, there's no truth in it. And that's the thing that bothers me.
But we have to think though, they haven't done that. They've become famous because of a very well thought out business plan and marketing. Like, you've got to think, how did they start? Why did we feel like we needed to be addicted to this family? It was because they knew exactly what they were doing, and they had this amazing marketing plan behind it that made us addicted to wanting to know more. So in a way, we've only all got ourselves to blame, not them. We're the ones that keep watching them, which gives them a platform to continue to do these things that a lot of people watch and love to hate it. So in some regard, they are absolute geniuses, because whatever they're doing, it keeps on going.
Yeah, but I don't think it is for us to. Marketing is a very clever tool, very, very clever, and it can be subliminal, and it can get right into the psyche of brains, especially if they're like vulnerable minds. We choose to look at these kind of things, but even if you choose not to look at these kind of things, the world that we live in now with social media, it's kind of forced on you. There's a lot of forced marketing on people. So it's something that you then have to go out of your way to really not look at. You know, you'd have to put an alert, not an alert, or the complete opposite of an alert, like block anything with the name Kardashian in it so it doesn't come up on my feed, that kind of thing. Like, I put those kind of things on my Twitter so I don't see, you know, certain people's. Like, I had to do that with Trump. I had to do that with
It's everywhere.
I can't remember who else I did that with, but I was like, enough. I have to put up a block for that particular word.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm all for do what you want to do to yourself, to your body, but, you know, be quite transparent about it and say, you know, if you want to do this to yourself, just understand that it takes a ton of money, and it takes, you know, some serious chutzpah about, you know, absolutely changing your body. The one other thing about Kim is that she's studying law, and I think that is such an inspiring thing to look up to for so many people. And you know what? You look at her feed, and it's not full of, you know, her becoming a lawyer. It's full of her pictures, and it's a really difficult one. For me, it's just a personal thing that I really love to look at the body positivity, the realness of a human, rather than the glorification of body changes, like completely morphing into something that you're not. If that's what you want to do, say, I'm becoming someone that I'm not, and I'm going to take you for the ride with me so you can see it. But it's this whole, you know, we didn't do that. No, you know, that I have the problem with. And I do have respect for her, though, because she is a really good mum, and she's a great businesswoman.
Yeah.
And she hasn't done anything wrong in the world. Like, she hasn't hurt anyone.
No, she hasn't done anything wrong. She just gets, you know what? I think we love, a lot of people love to hate her because she's absolutely beautiful. She's famous for being herself, and a lot of people hate that. They get so jealous that she doesn't have a real talent other than being hot and herself, and she's completely taken over the world by that. I think that's really laced in jealousy, but I also think that if she wasn't as attractive as she was, I don't think she'd have as many people hating her. I think it's also a big, big jealousy thing that we hate seeing really beautiful women be spoken about all the time. I do. I think it's laced in internalized misogyny. I don't agree with everything that Kim does at all by any means. I think she's quite boring, but I respect how successful they are. And I would love to think if she wasn't as beautiful as she was, or as put together as she was, or as lavish with her lifestyle choices as she was, would we really hate to love her so much? It's just a little something for people to think about.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I think, you know, for me, I'm not jealous. I'm definitely jealous for how beautiful she is, but it's more, I think she's naturally quite beautiful, and we don't get to see that.
She is. She always has been.
For all the people that she has 84 million followers. That's a big voice to have. You know, are you using it well? For me, I don't think so.
If we watched it, it's hard for me to comment because I don't watch the show. My feed is riddled with the Kardashians. So, like, I see that part. I don't watch the show enough, but I know she's done a lot with her law degree. I know that she's done a lot for a lot of women who have been incarcerated for things that they should not have really been in jail for as long as they have. And she's used her platform and her degree to get them out of jail, which is huge. I don't think that's her fault that it's not spoken about. For every good thing she's done, there's 50,000 articles about her shit dick of a husband, coming in again, who's taken over that credit. We would know way more about all the wonderful things she's done for these people that are in jail and she's got out if it wasn't all about Kanye West. Again, we love to shit can women or men take the thunder. Her divorce with Kanye has taken over all the amazing things she's done with her law degree. Unfortunately, in a small scale of that, I can totally relate to it. For every good thing I've done, somebody will write about how much weight I've gained on my face. They're not going to be like, oh, Angie didn't do anything for her 30th birthday during a pandemic. She had a fire event. They're going to talk about, oh, wow, Angie's had a lot of work, hasn't she? I think of that on a massive scale for Kim. For every good thing she's done, it's just overlooked by all the bad things she's done.
But like you said earlier, this is a very well-oiled machine from the family. They know what they're doing and they're utilising it to their benefit.
And they are benefiting from it hard out.
They're certainly benefiting from it. I would just like to see a lot more humanitarian stuff from them. If that's what they're doing, I would love to know so much more about it and be so inspired about it from it.
Yeah.
And I just don't think, but like I said right in the very beginning, I don't look at that family of women any differently that I would look at businessmen in the same way. Like, you know, the way they've treated workers, the way that they have gotten to a point where you can't get to a point where they are without completely profiting on the little people. And I think that's something that, you know, we don't look at enough.
This is very true.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, but yay to them, and just don't wear Marilyn Monroe's dress again, please.
Yeah.
Like, God, you soiled it.
In conclusion, though, the biggest thing is just because you're a feminist doesn't mean you need to like every woman. That's it. In conclusion.
Right. That's right. That's right. You can despite your gender, you can be a dick.
Yeah. It doesn't take away from the fact you can be an asshole.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. You can get us on...
Do an outro, but do it to the Lizzo song. You can get us on the email.
You can catch us on the Instagrams. I don't know it. Damn
Me
it.
neither. We should learn that though. Let's put our outro to the Lizzo song. And we should learn that dance. When you come down to Melbourne, let's do that dance.
Yes.
There's so many things. There's just so many things that I've got planned for you and I. We're going to do a picnic.
Yeah, we are. Naked with Yvie's grey pubes.
I'd like to just say one last thing. Have the day you deserve.
And God loves you.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, bye.
Stop it. Bye.